My name is Tamara, and I am the Director of Kids Ministry here, and we are continuing on in our fear series. Last week, you'll remember that Nathan started out saying that his fear was that he was too broken and couldn't be fixed. From that series, we learned that Scripture really helped him get through his fear. And that is the same today. Scripture has really helped me deal with my fear. My fear is I am very scared that no one is defending me. So when I'm not in the room and things are being said about me behind my back, there's no one to defend me, is my fear. And as I was preparing for this sermon this week, my light bulb was that I have not completely dealt with that fear. I thought that since my situation I'm talking about is from about 10 years ago, and I felt like I really walked through that for a long time, I thought I had victory over it. But what I'm realizing is that unless you deal with your fears and confront them over and over and over again and keep going back to Scripture, you don't have victory. Success for one time with a fear does not equal victory. You have to do the hard work of going back and dealing with that fear time and time again before you can actually say you have victory. You know you'll have victory when it doesn't even come to your mind anymore. So I don't have victory in that area because I realized that I had some issues with it popping up this week as I was preparing to talk about it. My conviction with dealing with fear was, and I would like to have this put on a t-shirt, I think, is that fear makes you ugly. I think that when we act out of fear, we become a version of ourselves that we don't really want to be. Fear makes you angry, fear makes you scared, fear makes you self-absorbed and look inward. Fear also makes us very sarcastic. The things that we do to protect ourselves from our fear are very, very often ugly. And those are things we need to confront as well. My question mark here then would be, who has been hurt by my fears? Because unfortunately, with fears, you are not the lone victim. There are other people who have been involved in the wake left by your fears. And that was one thing that I was finding as I was preparing for this sermon. There are more people who are affected by my fear than just me. And so I think we need to learn how to figure that out and maybe do some reconciliation and acknowledge that we have maybe treated people poorly because of our fears. So discuss that in your house church. Take some time to be really vulnerable with each other, explain what your fears are, and think about how they're still affecting you, who's been hurt by them, and what Scripture or what has helped you deal with them.